Behind every news headline, TV show, or best-selling book, there's often a powerful family pulling the strings. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 families who own the most media outlets, ranked from rich to richest. From the Ziff family's publishing roots and the Mohn's European empire, to the Murdochs shaping global politics, and the Hearsts rewriting American culture, these dynasties prove that media isn't just business, it's influence. Some use their power quietly, others boldly shape nations, but all of them control what billions of people read, watch, and believe. Stay tuned, because by the end you'll discover the family whose wealth and reach redefine modern media itself. In the number 10 position, we have the Ziff family, a dynasty that quietly shaped how millions of people read, learned, and entertained themselves. Back in the golden age of magazines, the Ziffs built an empire with titles like PC Magazine, Car and Driver, and Popular Aviation. These weren't just magazines, they became gateways to new ideas, technology, and lifestyles. Imagine a time before Google, where flipping through a Ziff publication was how you discovered the future. But here's the twist. Instead of fading away when print started dying, the family sold their empire for billions and pivoted into digital investments. They proved that survival isn't about clinging to old success, but knowing when to step into the next wave. Today, their legacy still influences how media adapts to change. And this is just the beginning, because the families ahead own even bigger slices of the media world. In the number 9 position, we have the Mohn family, the power behind Bertelsmann, one of the largest media companies in the world. From humble beginnings as a small publishing house in Germany, they grew into a global force that touches nearly every corner of media, books, television, and even music. If you've ever picked up a Penguin Random House bestseller or watched a hit European TV show, chances are the Mohn family had a hand in it. What makes their story fascinating is not just the scale of their empire, but the quiet way they've run it. Unlike some families who thrive on headlines, the Mohns prefer to stay out of the spotlight, letting their empire do the talking. With over 600 businesses under their umbrella, their influence runs deep. And yet, this is only number 9. The media dynasties above them play an even bigger game. In the number 8 position, we have the Agnelli family, Italy's legendary dynasty known for steering Fiat and Ferrari, but their empire reaches far beyond cars. The Agnellis understood that power doesn't just come from engines and factories, it also comes from controlling the stories people read. Through their holding company Exor, they own stakes in the Economist Group, La Stampa, and Corriere della Sera, giving them a powerful voice in European media. What makes them so intriguing is how seamlessly they blend business and influence. From luxury cars to financial newspapers, they built an empire that shapes both industry and opinion. Even today, when you read analysis from The Economist, you're seeing the Agnelli family's reach in action. They've proven that being a dynasty means never being locked to one lane. But as we climb higher, the families ahead dominate media on an even larger global stage. In the number 7 position, we have the Bouygues family, a dynasty that started in construction, but ended up shaping what millions of French households watch every night. Their empire took a bold turn when they gained control of TF1, France's biggest television network. From primetime news to hit entertainment shows, TF1 became the country's most watched channel, and with it came enormous influence over public opinion. But the Bouygues didn't stop there. They pushed into telecoms, building Bouygues Telecom into one of France's leading providers, blending media power with digital reach. This unique combination means they don't just build roads and skyscrapers, they also build the networks and narratives that connect people. What makes their story compelling is how they quietly turned industrial success into cultural dominance. Yet even with TF1 under their belt, their reach is only regional. The dynasties ahead control media across entire continents. In the number 6 position, we have the Murdoch family, a name that sparks headlines as much as they create them. Rupert Murdoch built News Corp and Fox into a global media powerhouse, with assets like the Wall Street Journal, the Times, the Sun, and of course Fox News. Few families have shaped politics and public opinion on such a massive scale. Whether you agree with their vision or not, their influence is undeniable. What makes the Murdochs fascinating is their reach. From tabloids in London to primetime news in America, they've mastered the art of making media not just informative, but emotional and divisive. Even after Rupert's retirement, his children are stepping into leadership roles, ensuring the dynasty's voice continues. They are the definition of power through media. But as huge as their empire is, the families ahead control even greater fortunes and global influence. In the number 5 position, we have the Berlusconi family, who transformed Italian television into their personal empire. Through Mediaset, now rebranded as Media for Europe, they built the largest private broadcasting network in Italy, controlling everything from soap operas and sports to political talk shows. At its peak, nearly every Italian household tuned into Berlusconi-owned channels, giving the family unmatched power over culture and public opinion. Silvio Berlusconi himself turned that influence into political dominance, becoming Italy's prime minister multiple times, proof of just how powerful media ownership can be. Even after his passing, the family continues to steer the network, ensuring the Berlusconi name remains tied to Italian entertainment and politics. Their empire shows how media can shape not just stories on screen, but real lives in society. Yet as influential as they are, the dynasties above them stretch their power far beyond one nation's borders. In the number 4 position, we have the Redstone family, whose grip on American entertainment runs through Paramount Global. The late Sumner Redstone built his fortune by turning National Amusements, a chain of drive-in theaters, into a controlling stake in media giants like Paramount Pictures, CBS, MTV, and Nickelodeon. That means everything from blockbuster movies to kids' cartoons has passed through the Redstone empire. Today, his daughter Sherry Redstone carries the torch, overseeing one of the most recognizable names in global entertainment. What makes their story remarkable is the scale of influence. Paramount Films define Hollywood, CBS shapes American news, and MTV set the standard for music television. The Redstones understood that controlling content meant controlling culture. Their dynasty stands as proof that one family can guide what the world watches and talks about. But as massive as their reach is, the families ahead command even deeper legacies. In the number 3 position, we have the Hearst family, the pioneers of America's first great media empire. It all began with William Randolph Hearst, the man who turned newspapers into weapons of influence with sensational headlines and bold storytelling. That empire has only grown. Today, Hearst Communications owns magazines like Cosmopolitan, Esquire, and Good Housekeeping, plus stakes in television networks like ESPN and A&E. For over a century, the Hearst name has meant power, prestige, and the ability to shape public opinion. What makes them fascinating is their endurance. While many media dynasties faded, the Hearsts adapted, moving seamlessly from print to broadcast to digital. They mastered the art of reinvention while keeping their brand at the center of American culture. Their story proves that media dynasties aren't just about money, they're about influence that lasts generations. And yet, even they are not the richest on this list. In the number 2 position, we have the Ochs-Sulzberger family, the keepers of one of the most trusted names in journalism, the New York Times. Their control dates back to 1896, when Adolph Ochs rescued the paper from financial collapse and transformed it into America's most influential newsroom. For over a century, the family has passed down stewardship of the Times, ensuring it stays independent while adapting to every shift in media, from the print era to the digital age. With millions of subscribers worldwide, the Times doesn't just report news, it sets the agenda for global conversations. What makes the Ochs-Sulzbergers unique is that their power comes less from flashy empires and more from credibility. They've proven that influence isn't just about owning many outlets, it's about owning the one people trust most. Still, the family at number 1 holds even greater wealth and wider reach. In the number one position, we have the Walton family, best known as the heirs to the Walmart fortune. But their influence doesn't stop at retail. With billions at their disposal, the Waltons have quietly expanded into media, investing in digital platforms, sports broadcasting, and even streaming ventures. While they don't own traditional news empires like the Murdochs or Hearsts, their sheer financial muscle allows them to shape the future of entertainment and communication in subtle yet powerful ways. Imagine a family with the resources of Walmart deciding where media should go next. That's the Waltons. Their story is less about building a classic media dynasty and more about leveraging wealth to redefine the landscape. From sports rights to online media startups, their reach is only growing. They may not chase headlines, but behind the scenes, the Walton family's grip on modern media is stronger than most realize.